Everyone.
Shalom Israel.
Shalom.
We are the I.S.U.P.K out of 1 West 125th Street, New York, under commanding General Yohanna. We teach the so-called blacks, so-called Hispanics, so-called Native Indians that we are the 12 lost tribes of the nation of Israel. Today is our Sabbath service, and we are about to begin our Sabbath service that is ordained by the Most High for us to keep every Sabbath day. Alright? So we are about to begin. First priest?
Shah, ban ban yan yan, ban ya shala.
Shah. Ban Banyan, Ban Yashala.
Yahweh Shema Sabakata.
Yahweh Hashem Yashakata.
Sir? Sir?
Yashala to
La Yashal.
La Shala to Israel.
Israel. Say Madam, open your thumb, you look at the east.
Begin with the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Abanawa.
Abanawa.
Sabashamayam.
Sabashamayam.
Kadash.
Kadash.
Aya. Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahweh. Manafaka. Taba'a. Ratazaka. Aya. Aisha. Barataza. Kawa. Aya. Bashamayam. Nathanawa. Lakam. Kal. Yawam. Masalaknawa. Kawawatnawa. Masalaknawa. Kawawatinawa. Wala'a. Tabianawa. Wanisayawan. Abal, Hawashina, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Amalakwan, Mahala, Mataparat, Aibalonium, Aman.
We just said in English. So our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh, thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Will be done. In earth as it is in heaven.
As it is in heaven.
Give us this day.
Give us this day
daily bread.
our daily bread.
Forgive us.
And forgive us
our debts. As we forgive.
Our debtors.
Lead us not.
And lead us not
into temptation.
into temptation.
But
deliver us from evil.
Thine is the kingdom.
Thine is the kingdom.
And the power.
And the power.
And the glory.
And the glory.
Forever.
So be it. We're going to say the Hakak or the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh. Ba'ashem. Yahushai. Babakashah. Nathanawa. Hakak. Hakak. Narapa. Kalmakala. Wakal Madawo. Hakak. Lata'a. Akamazarium. Hakak. Lahakwayam. Hamatayam. Hakak. Irakawat. Atamayala. Lagaroshan. Ba'ashem. Yahushai. Tuwadaman.
We just said now in the English is Yahweh. The name of Yahushai. Please give us the power.
Please give us the power
to heal.
All
manner of sickness.
All manner of sickness.
And all manner of disease.
And all manner of disease.
Power to cleanse the leper.
Power to cleanse the leper.
Power to raise the dead.
Power to raise the dead.
Power against unclean spirits.
Power against unclean spirits.
Cast them out.
Cast them out.
In the name of Yahushai.
Name of Yahushai. Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. We're going to say the blessed Israel in Hebrew. Yahweh. Ba'ashem. Yahushai. Barakanawa. Vayashala. Wabaya. Safarim. Barak. Rakpa. Magan. Pagan. Ba'ashem. Yahushai. Tuwadaman.
We just said on English. Is Lord.
Lord.
In the name of Yahushua.
Bless
us.
Bless us.
And Israel.
And the school. Bless. Heal. Protect. Our loved ones.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua. Thank you. So okay. We're going to say Psalm 121 in the Hebrew. Asha. Ayanya. Al-Harayam. Mahayan. Yamaha. Isaiah. Mayam. Yahweh. Aisha. Shamayam. Barataza. Ariatan. Namawa. Ragalka. Al-Yanawam. Samarka. Hana. La'a. Yanawam. Ala'a. Ayashan. Sawamar. Yashala. Yahweh. Samarka. Yahweh. Tazalka. Ayad. Yanka. Yawamam. Asamas. La'a. Yakaka. Bayarat. Bayala. Yahweh. Yashaka. Makarai. Yashama. At Naspaka. Yahweh. Yashama. Tadaka. Salsalaka. Tadaka. Wabawaka. Ma'aita. Ba'id. Aywalam.
I will lift up my eyes. To the hill. From whence cometh my help? My help cometh from the Most High. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is the shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day. Nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out. And thy coming in. From this time forth. Even forevermore.
You're going to say Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Al-Hayam. Al-Damayalaka. Al-Takarash. Al-Tashakwat. Al-Kayahana. Awawayaka. Yahamayawan. Ra'ash. Aimaka. Yaira Yamwa. Sawada. Wayata. Aitazawa. Aitazapawanka. Amawa. Lakawa. Wanaka. Kanyaya. Magawia. Wala'a. Yazaka. Sham Yashala. Aiwada. Kaya. Nawa Aitazawa. Laba. Salakia. Kaka Adawa. Ail Yaka. Bariak. Yaka Aratwa. Ahalia. Adawam. Washamai. Salakia. Washamai. Alayam. Mawa'aba. Wahagarium. Gabal. Wa'aimawan. Wa'aimalak. Palashat. Ain Yeshabia. Kazawo. Gamasawo. Nalawo. Aimam. Hayawa. Zarawai. Labanya Lawat. Salah. Aishalaham. Kamadian. Kasaya Saraa. Kayabian. Banakal. Kwayash. Salakia. Kwayashwan. Nashamarwa. Ba'ayan Daira. Hayawa. Daman. La Adama. Shayatamwa. Salakia. Nada. Yamawa. Kairab, Wakazaba, Wakatazal Manai, Kal Nasa Yakamwa, Asha Amawa, Nayarash, Lanawa, Salakia, Alahaya, Shayakamwa, Kagalgala, Kakwash, Lapanya, Rawaka, Kaash, Tabaira, Wakalahaba, Kalahat, Harayam, Kan, Taradakma, Basa Airaka, Wabasa, Wapatka, Wabahalam, Panyahan, Palawan, Waya Bakwashwa, Shamka, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Waya Bahalwa, Ayayid, Waya Kaparwa, Waya Abalwa, Waya Adaiwa, Kayata, Shamka, Yahawa, Labadka, Aliyawan, Al Kaha Arataza.
We're going to say now in English, Psalm 83. Keep now thou silent, O God.
Keep now thou silent, O God.
And hold not thy peace. And be not still, O God. For lo, thy enemies make it to mock. And they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people. And consulted against thy hidden one. They have said, come let us cut them off. From being a nation. That the name of Israel will be no more remembered. For they have consulted together. One consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom. And the Ishmaelites. Of Moab. And the Hagarines. Bab. Ammon. The Philistines. With the inhabitants of Tyre. Ashur. Join them. They are forth from the children of Lot. Salah. Do unto them. As unto the Midianites. As to Sisera. As to Jabin. And the brook of Kison. Which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. They make their nobles like Oreb. And like Zeb. Yea, all the princes of Zebah. And Azaluna. Who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of God in possession. Oh my God, make them like a weed. As the stubble before the wind. As the fire burning the wood. As the flames set in the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest. And make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame. That they may seek thy name. O Lord. Let them be confounded. And troubled. Forever. Yea. Let them be put to shame. And perish. That men may know. That thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, are the Most High. Over all the good. Sir? Shall we up? Seated? They will be continuing reading from Genesis chapter 50 and from verse 5. Come on, God. Genesis 50 and verse 5, right? Yeah.
Correct? The book of Genesis,
chapter 50 and verse 5. Abaya, Hasha, Baya, Ainaya. La'a Mara, Hanaha, Salakia, Hana, Anakaya, Mata, Bakwa, Baraya, Asha, Karayataya, Laya, Barataza, Kanaaina, Shamaha, Takwa, Bara, Naya, Yaaita, Laha, Na'a, Akwa, Bara, Akwa, Bara, Ata, Abaya, Asha, Waba. Verse 6. Waya, Amar, Para, Aiha, Ailaha, Wakwa, Bara, Ata, Abayaka, Asha, Ba, Aika. Verse 7. Waya Aila, Yawasap, Lakwabara, Ata, Abayawa, Waya Lawa, Yatawa, Kala, Salakia, Kal, Ibadaya, Paraiha, Zakwa, Naya, Bayatawa, Wakala, Zakwa, Naya, Arataza, Matazarium. Verse 8. Wakala. Bayata Yawasap Waka Yawa Waba Yata Abayawa Rakwa Tapama Wataza and Nama Wabakwara Aiza Bawa Barataza Kashana verse 9. Wataza Aila Salakia Waya Aila Aimawa Gam Rakaba Gam Para Shayam Wayahaya Hamaka Naha Kaba Kabad Maada Wisten Wayabawa Aid Garana Tada Ashar Ba'ai Bara Haya Radan Waha Waya Sapa Dawa Sham Sha Masapada Gada Yala Waka Bada Maada Waya Aisha La'a Bayawa Abal Shaba Aita Yamayam verse 11 Waya Ra'a Yawasha Aratuga Aka na Ai Naya Aka Abala Abad Baka Rana Ha'atada Raya Amawa Abala Kabada Zaha Lamataza Rayam Ail Kan Kwa Ra'a Shamaha Agala Mataza Rayam Asha Aiba Haya Radan.
Genesis chapter 50 and verse 5. My father made me swear, saying, Lo, I die in my grave, which I have digged for me in the land of Canaan. There shalt thou bury me. Now therefore let me go up, I pray thee, and bury me, my father, and I will come again. Verse 6. And Pharaoh said, Go up and bury thy father according as he made thee swear. Verse 7. And Joseph went up to bury his father, and with him went up all the servants of Pharaoh, the elders of his house, and all the elders of the land of Egypt. Verse 8. And all the house of Joseph, and his brethren, and his father's house, only their little ones, and their flock, and their herd, they left in the land of Goshen. Verse 9. And they went up with him both chariots and horsemen, and it was a very great company. Verse 10. And they came to the threshing floor of Agdad, which is beyond Jordan, and they mourned with a great and very sore, and he made a mourning for his father 7 days. Verse 11. And when the inhabitants of the land of Canaan, the Canaanites, saw the mourning in the floor at Agdad, they said, This is a grievous mourning to the Egyptians, wherefore the name of it was called Abel Maraim, which Mazariam, which is beyond Jordan.
So we see here where Joseph, asks Pharaoh, to give him, that leave, if I put it that way, to go up and bury his father, according to the last wishes that he made, saying that he should bury him in the land of Canaan, to the place where his forefathers were buried, and also his wife. So we see again where, Joseph was able to get that leave so that he would be able to go up and bury his father in that place. And while traveling, there was a great company. Because Joseph had so much power at that time, second to Pharaoh, he got a lot of the so-called elders and people of power, pious team to go with him at that point in time. So with that, there was a great caravan, a great company, as the scripture said, transporting the body of his father back to that land. Do you know anything?
Yeah, can if I may say. Yeah. And also, just to add to what you're saying too, right? This was the time Joseph was going to bury his father, right? As you can see, right, the tradition at Israel is to bury the people, not to cremate them or burn them, right? The tradition at Israel was to do a burial, right? And also, it said that they mourn for 7 days.
that was the time period that we understand. So no way you can find we cremating people like all the East Indians do it and these kind of things like that, right? The traditional Israel was to bury their dead. Understand? The book of Psalm chapter 50 and verse 12. Waya I.S.U.P.K Banayawa Lawa Kan Ka'asha Kaza Wama. Verse 15. Waya Sha'awa Atawa Mana Yawa Arakazaha Kana Aina Waya Komba Wawa Atawa Mama Iraka Mama I.S.U.P.K Mama Ka-Palama Asha Panaha Abara Abaraha Asadaha La'a Kaza Sabara Ma'asa Aisa Rana Hasa Saya Ail Panaya Amara. Verse 14. Waya Sabbath Yawasak Makada Rayam Hawa Wa Asa Yawa Wasal Ta'ay La Yam Asawa Lakwa Bara Laksa Lakwa Asa Abayawa Asa Raya Sabat Wawa Asa Abayawa. Verse 15. Wayara Awa Akaya Nawasa Saya Mata Abba Yaham. Waya Amarwa. Nawa Yasha San Nawa Yawasa. Wahasa bin Sabbath. Yasha Jabbar. Nanawa Asa Kai. Aina Asa Ram Nanawa Asawa. Verse 16. Bawa Al Yawasaf La Amar Al Abiyaka Keza Ya Kezaya Lepa Naya Mawa Kezawa La Amar. Verse 17. Naha Kaha Ka Amarwa Laya Wasa. Ana'a Sha'a Na'a Pasai Akayaka Wakta Asam Saya Ra'aiha Ram Lawaka Wa'ai Saha Sha'a Kana Na'a Salafiyah Lapasha'ai Lapasha Badaya Alahaya Abba Yaka Waya Baka Yawasa. Pada Barang Allah Yawa. Verse 18. Waya La Hawa Gam Aka Yawa Waya Halawa Lapana Yawa Waya Amarwa Hanawa Laka La'ai Badayang
The book of Genesis chapter 50 and verse 12. And his son did unto him according as he commanded them. Verse 13, for his son carried him unto the land of and buried him in the cave of the field of Machpelah, which Abraham bought with the field of a possession of a burying place of Ephron the Hittite before Mamre. Verse 14, and Joseph returned unto Egypt, he and his brethren, and all what went up with him, to bury his father, after he had buried his father. Verse 15, and when Joseph's brethren saw that their father was dead, they said, Joseph will peradventure hate us, and will certainly require us all the evil which we did unto him. Verse 16, and they sent a messenger unto Joseph, saying, thy father did command before he died, saying, verse 17, so shall you unto Joseph forgive, I pray thee now, the trespass of thy brethren and their sin, for they did unto thee evil. And now we pray thee, forgive the trespass of the servants of the Most High, of thy father. And Joseph wept when they spake unto him. Verse 18, and his brethren also, and fell down before his face, and they said, behold, we be thy servants.
So see here once more, Joseph buried his father, and after that point, once he finished buried him, he continued to, they basically went back to the land of Goshen, they went back into Egypt directly so that he would be able to, continue what they were doing from before. But even then, his brethren, within themselves thinking, well, boy, all that we did with Joseph, they're thinking that, he would hold a grudge, basically, for what happened. And he wasn't holding that grudge, right? And as you go to the scriptures, you will see, that he didn't feel love, and I didn't. So again, he didn't feel that way, and he was able to say no. That wasn't the way that he felt. And he was saying that, he will nourish. And you see, what you thought was so-called evil, the Most High made it that out to be something that would help, preserve the nation of Israel. So that's specifically the time and period to now. Take a continue.
Book of Genesis.
Mario? Next, please.
Matwaya, ban Banyamian, Banya Charlotte.
Matwaya,
ban Banyamian, Banya Charlotte. Yawa Bashami Oshaiba Katel. Yawa Bashami Oshaiba Katel.
The book of Psalm, chapter 50, and Genesis. The book of Genesis, chapter 50, and verse 19. Waya Amar Yawasap Al Kayara awa. Kaya kata alahayam anaya, verse 20. Wa'atam kasya batam ail laya ra'aiha Allah hayam alahayam baha lata baha lama aina aishaha kaya kawayam azaha laha kayata aima Rab, verse 21. Wa'ai taha al kaya ra'awa anna kaya akalakal atatam wa'ata tapaka waya nakam awatam wayada bara ail labama, verse 22. Wayasha yawasa wamataza rayam awaa wabayata abayawa wayakaya yawasa wa'aha wa'ai shana yawan, verse 23. Waya ra'a yawasa la'a harayam wanaya shayam gam wanaya maka yara ban yana shaha yalla dawa ail barakaya yawasa, verse 24. Waya Amar, Yawasap, Ail, Akayawa, Anna, Kaya, Mata, Wa'a, Wa'alahayom, Pakwada, Yapa, Kwada, Atakam, Yaha, Ail, Laha, Atakam, Mana, Ha'arataza, Haza, Ta, Allah, Ha'arataza, Asha, Nasha, Bai, La'a, La'a, Baham, Laya, Teza, Kakwa, Walaya, Aikwa. Verse 25. Waya, Shabai, Yawasap, Ata, Banaya, Yasha, Yasharala, La'amar, Akwada, Yapa Kwada, Allah, Alahayam, Atakam, Waka, Ail, Latam, Ata, Ail, Kaza, Mata, Daha.
Book of Genesis, chapter 50 and verse 19. And Joseph said unto them, Fear not, for am I in the place of the Most High? But as for you, ye thought evil against me, but the Most High meant it unto good, to bring to pass, as it is this day, to save much people alive. Now therefore, fear ye not, I will nourish you and your little ones. And he comforted them, and spake kindly unto them. And Joseph dwelt in Egypt, he and his father's house. And Joseph lived 110 years. And Joseph saw Ephraim's children of the third generation, the children also of Machir, the son of Manasseh, were brought up upon Joseph's knees. And Joseph said unto his brethren, I die, and the Most High will surely visit you, and bring you out of this land unto the land which he sware to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob. Verse 25. And Joseph took an oath of the children of Israel, saying, The Most High will surely visit you, and he shall carry up my bones from hence.
As you see once more, the children of Israel, thinking that I say Joseph would think evil of them, he comforted them, let them know, here what, I'm not on that. Basically, how we say, he's not on that, he's not on them. Everything that happened to the Most High, and that he would nourish them. You see also here where Joseph lived a very long ripe age, as you would say. He was able to see his third generation, that was happening as a great grand, I'm not mistaken, from his two sons. And then I say, verse 20 says, and Joseph saw Ephraim's children of the third generation, the children also of Rakai, the son of Manasseh, were brought up upon his knees, which means he was able to, just as how we have grandparents, or great grand. You have your great grandchildren come home, and they play with you, sit down on your knees, all the different stuff. The grandparents would spoil the grandchildren, all the toys, etc. That has to bring it in the realistic sense of what took place in the mission of victory.
Yeah, can't answer. Yeah, and just to add on top of what we're saying, after all the evil, Joseph brothers did sin, right? After the soulless into slavery in Egypt, right? He training that the Most High to turn around all this, right? He ended up the second in command in Egypt, right? And it worked out in the favor of the children of Israel in the end. So the Most High turn something bad and make it into something good at the end of all of it. You understand? And as you can see, the fear of the Most High now came upon his brothers, and they know that they did something wrong. You understand? And they didn't continue to go in the evil ways, but they decided to come and seek forgiveness from Joseph, right? And just as the law says, just to show you that Joseph had an understanding of the law. He applied the law. He applied forgiveness for his brethren. You understand? And after all that evil, it's still enough to know for good, and they were able to move on and come back as one, as we say, right?
Majum? Next, please.
Sha, ban banyan
Sha, ban banyan banya shala.
Yahweh Shema Shepherdatum.
Yahweh Shema Shepherdatum.
Because Genesis chapter 50 and verse 26. Vaya mata ya WhatsApp ban ma'a wa Aisha wanayam waya kana tawa atawa waya yasham ba'a rawan bama taza rayam. The book of Exodus chapter 1 and verse 1. Wa Allah Shema Wata Banaya Yasharala Haba'ayam Mataza Rayam Ata Ya Ai Koba Ayasha Wabaya tawa ba'awa, verse 2. Ra'awaban Shama'aiwan Lawaya Waya Hawa Waya Hawada, verse 3. Yasha Shakar Zabawa the Balawan Yaba Salakia Waba Naya Mana Dan Wana Pata Laya Gad Wa'asha Wayaha Kal Napash Yataza Aha Aya Yaraka Ya'aipa Shaba Shabai Ayam Napasha Washa Salakia Waya Wasa Hayaha Bamataza Rayam, verse 6. Waya Mata Wayamat Yawasap Wakal Aka Yawa Wakal Hadawara Haha Wa'a, verse 7. Waba yeah. 97? Yeah, 97. Okay.
Genesis chapter 50 and verse 26. So Joseph died being 110 years old, and they embalmed him, and he was orphan in Egypt. Exodus chapter 1 and verse 1. Now these are the names of the children of Israel which came into Egypt. Every man and his household came with Jacob. Verse 2. Reuben and Simeon, Levi and Judah. Verse 3. Issachar, Zebulun, and Benjamin. Verse 4, Dan, Naphtali, and Asher. Verse 5, and all the souls that came out of the loins of Jacob were 70 souls, for Joseph was in Egypt already. Verse 6, and Joseph died, and all his brethren, and all that generation.
And so we see here where now, and just basically showing you where Joseph lived to a ripe old age at that time, and he made them more or less so swear that when he died, that his bones, his wishes would be when they leave, they would carry his bones out. Let me see if I can find that out. Right, I think that's the same verse 25. And Joseph took an oath of the children of Israel, saying, God will surely visit you, and ye shall carry my bones from hence. So whenever the children of Israel moving, they made that oath that he would carry their bones, or his bones, with him. And Exodus 1, it is given, a list of all the souls that were in Egypt that came down at that time, all the sons and their children who worked with them at that time. Make you understand?
Yeah, come on, sir. Right, and also when you look back to verse 26, right? It says Joseph died, right? Being 110 years old, right? And embalmed him, right? And he was put in a coffin, so he was buried, right? He wasn't burned, as we were saying earlier, right? Right, and then you see in Exodus 1:1, right? And it says these are the names of the children of Israel, right? Who came out of Egypt, right? Then they didn't say these are the names of the children of the whole world. Who came out of Egypt. Meaning, right, the children of Israel and the Egyptians were two separate people. There wasn't one, right? And the nation of Israel was living in Egypt. So this showing you that the Africans, which was the Egyptians, is not the Israelites.
That's right.
Right? So them is little thing that we should take note of, right? And then now the tribes now belonging to the nation of Israel. It was not belonging to the children of Africa or any other nation, right?
Yeah.
Reuben, Levi, Judah, all of them came from through Jacob and then through Joseph, right?
That's right.
Right? Two tribes came from Joseph, right? Well, that will be later on because that when Dan get integrated into the other tribes, right?
Okay.
And that's basically.
Some more time. I continue.
All right. So we're going on the book of Exodus, chapter 1 and verse 7. Waba Naya Washa Yasharala Parawa Waya Sha Tazawa Waya Salakia Waya Ra Bawa Waya Aitaza Mawa Bama Ada Ma'ada Watam La'a Ha'arataza Atham. Verse 8. Wayakwam Malaka
Kadasha, Ail, Mataza, Rayom, Asha, La'a, Yadai, Ata, Yawasa. Verse 9. Waya, Amar. Al Aimawa. Hanaha, Aim, Banaya, Yasha, La'a, Rahab, Wa'aitaza, Wa'aitazawam, Manawa. Verse 10. Abaha, Nata, Kaka, Maha, Lawa, Pana, Lawapan, Yarabaha, Waha, Yaha, Kaya, Takwa, Ra'a, Naha, Mala, Malaka, Maha, Yana Wasa, Salafia, Wana Wasa, Gam, Hawa, Ail, Shana, Aya, Nawa, Wana, Lakam, Bana, Salafia, Banawa, Wa'ai, Laha, Mana, Arataza. Verse 11. Waya, Sha, Yamawa, Ail, Layawa, Washaya, Masayam, Lama Aina, Tawa, Basa, Bala Tam, Wayaban, Iraya, Masa, Kana, Wata, Lapa Ra'aiha, Ata, Patam, Wa'a, Wa'athara Imasasa. Verse 12. Waka Asha Ya Nawa Athawa Kan Yarabaha Wakana Yapa Rataza Waya Patazawa Mapa Naya Banaya Yasha Allah like Yasharala. Verse 13. Waya Badawa Mataza Rayam Ata Banaya Washa Yasharala Bapa Raka I can.
Exodus chapter 1 and verse 7. And the children of Israel were fruitful and increased abundantly and multiplied and waxed exceedingly mighty, and the land was filled with them. Verse 8. Now there arose up a new king of Egypt, which knew not Joseph. Verse 9. And he said unto his people, Behold, the people of the children of Israel are more than and mightier than we. Verse 10. Come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply. And it came to pass that when there falleth out any war, that join also unto our enemies, and fight against us, and so get them up out of the land. Verse 11. Therefore they did set over them taskmasters to afflict them with their burdens, and they built for Pharaoh treasure cities, Pithom and Ramses. Verse 12. But the more they afflict them, the more they multiply and grew, and they were grieved because of the children of Israel. Verse 13. And the Egyptians made the children of Israel to serve with rigor.
Okay, so you see here now, as it continues from verse 7, you know, when Joseph died, children of Israel again, being in the land of Goshen, being nourished from that time, because you see Joseph lived about 110 years, so which was a good one. So even all during that time, when Joseph was alive, Joseph had, he says, so up to his third generation. So on average, let's say approximately the same thing for the children of Israel, for the rest of the children of Israel who came into Egypt at that point in time. So the children of Israel grew, as the scriptures say, the children of Israel were fruitful and increased abundantly and multiplied and waxed exceedingly mighty, and the land was filled with them. So we basically was the most in the demographic in the land of Egypt after a particular time, after a couple years, let's say approximately, there's an approximation about 100 years, right, based on the lifespan of Joseph and some of the brethren at that time. But the point is that we grew mightily, so to make a lot of children. And that is no different like to now. And verse 8 says, and therefore arose up a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph. So after this period of time Joseph died, this new king that came up did not know Joseph, did not know much about his rule. So that it seems to suggest that there was a certain amount of time passed that this new king came in and did not know Joseph. So he didn't know the history of the Hebrews being there properly. Right? And this Egyptian or this king, he realized that he said unto his people. So you see there's another specific, difference. The Egyptian saying here, he said unto his people. So the Israelites were not his people. So he made clear, behold, the children of Israel are more and mightier than we. So there's a distinct separation, his people and our people. And verse 10 says, come on, let us deal with them wisely. So we see here the deceptions much, kind of synonymous to, Psalm 83, where these other nations come together to try and conspire against us. But in this case, he is talking with his people. I say, come, let us deal with them wisely. But this wisely is not just, you want to help us find some way to oppress us, suppress us. And that's what we see even now today. With these nations, whether it's in Trinidad, whether it's in the US, they come and say, yo, these people here, these so-called black people, let me find a way to deal with them wisely. So they don't come and take up our resources, take up our space, take our jobs, and take what we're supposed to have, what they think they're supposed to have. So they say, come, let us deal with them wisely, lest they multiply, and it come to pass that when they follow out any war, they join also our enemies and fight against us, and so get them up out of the land. So they basically want us to destroy us, run us out, find some way to get rid of us, because they feared us because of the great war multiplying. And there's no difference to now, where you see sometimes, where we are in our communities, we have big families. You understand? As we just say, even some of the recent posts, I think Commander General Hannah was showing up one of those posts that some local persons here, some East Indians, was saying that she was telling or giving a comment that why she don't let the Prime Minister put something in the water, paraphrasing, to make us stop breathing. You understand? That's the kind of mindset that they have now. So it's no different to those heathens now. They just want to stop us from being who we are. You understand? To cut our life and our people short. So I think you could add anything?
Last.
So we see here, but the only thing with Israel is sometimes that the more we see trouble, it's like the more we like to make train. For the put it that way. Because verse 12 says, but the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew, and they were grieved because of the children of Israel. So we ain't doing them nothing, but they just can't stand us, us being us. That is how they are. They just can't stand us because we are the Lord's children. Right? So I don't know if you want to continue.
I don't cancel.
That's it? That's right. Imagine.
Makwaya, ban Banyamin, ban Yashala.
Makwaya, ban
Banyamin, ban Yashala.
Yahweh Hashem Yoshai B'Kutam.
Yahweh Hashem Yoshai B'Kutam.
The book of Exodus, chapter 1 and verse 14. Waya Mara Rawa Ata Kaya Yaham Ba'ai Badaha Pasha Baka Mara Waba Laba Naya Waba Kala Salakia, Wabakal, Aiba, Daha, Basha, Daha, Ata, Kal, Aiba, Datam, Asha, Aiba, Dawa, Baham, Bapa, Raka, verse 15. Waya, Amar, Malaka, Matazar, right? Matazarium, Lamat, Yala, Data, Ai, Bara, Yata, Asha, Sham, Ha'akata, Shapara, Washam, Hasha, Nayata, Hawa, Aiha, verse 16. Waya, Amar, Baya, Lada, Kana, Ata, Ha'ai, Bara, Yawata, Wara, Ayata, Ail, Ha'a, Banayam, Ama, Ban, Hawa, Waha, Matan, Atawa, Wa'am, Wata, Hawa, Wakaya, verse 17. Wata, Yara, Anna, Amma, Yala, Data, Ata, Lahayam, Wala'a, Aishawa, Ka'asha, Daba'a, Allah, Yahan, Malaka, Matazarium, Wata, Kayayan, Ata, Haya, Ladayam, verse 18. Ya, Quara'a, Malaka, Matazarium, Lamad, Yala Data Waya Amar Lahana Mada Wa'ai Aisha Yatan Hada Bara Azaha Wata Kayaya Ata Kaya Ladayam was 19. Yata Wata Ama right Rana Hama Yalla Data Al Paraiha Kaya La'a Kana Shayam Amataza Yata Ai Bara Yata Kaya Wata Anaha Bataram Taba Ya'a Allah Hana Amaya Ladata Waya Ladawa was 20. Waya Yataba Allah Alahayam Ladata Wayarab Ha'aima Waya Aitaza Ma'ada. At the end of verse 20.
Book of Exodus, chapter 1 and verse 14. And they made their lives bitter with hard bondage in mortar and in brick and in all manner of service in the field. All their service wherein they made them serve was with rigor. And the king of Egypt spake to the Hebrew midwives, of which the name of one was Shaphat, and the name of the other Puah. And he said, when ye do the office of a midwife to the Hebrew women, and to see them upon the stools, if it be a son, then ye shall kill him. But if it be a daughter, then she shall live. But the midwives feared the Most High, and did not as the king of Egypt commanded them, but saved the men children alive. And the king of Egypt called for the midwives, and said unto them, why have ye done this thing, and have saved the men children alive? And the midwives said unto Pharaoh, because the Hebrew women are not as the Egyptian women, for they are lively, and are delivered ere the midwives come in unto them. Verse 20. Therefore the Most High dealt well with the midwives, and the people multiplied and waxed very mightily.
So we're seeing once more these heathens conspire in all kind of manner of ways to try and destroy us. Going so far to tell the midwives, that, when they when the Hebrews make a boy child, kill it. When they make a girl, save it. And this whole issue of so-called population control of our people is not nothing new. And this was since in Egypt time. And we see it here now with the so-called abortion clinics. And they have an abortion clinic in almost every area, especially in the US, in our communities, where so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are. And they try all manner of ways to do population control because they find we're spreading too much, according to their liking. But this is not of their liking, this is of the Most High, as with anything else. Even now, we see, even there's so much, destruction happening now with this whole coronavirus coming through, the economic, social, as much as our people are getting hit the hardest, when in a very short while they get to realize that probably the greatest, baby boom you would see is among our people. Because sometimes I say, more we are under pressure is the more we just band together and the more our people explode in the amount of us being around at that time.
Yeah, common counsel. Yeah, and even to the top of the verse in verse 14, right? It say, and they made their lives bitter and hard bondage.
That's right.
Right, and mortar and in brick and in all manner of service in the field. Right, so they begin to make the lives of the black, the Hispanic, and the Native Indian man harder. And understand, they begin to give them more work. Right, and it's like the same thing today. And understand, a lot of people have to work longer hours, right, a longer time frame. Right, and although we do have, although we're not being beaten today with whips, and understand, to do more work, right? The strategy for you to do more work is to make your money with less. That's so right. Then now you automatically force, and understand, to go out and to labor more hours to try to make the same amount of money you used to make. Right. And understand, so the same thing applies today just as back then. And understand, and this is the strategy of oppression the nations use over us, right? In this case here, it was Egypt, the Africans, right? And Egypt, the black, the Hispanic, and the Native Indian man who was the Israelites, and today is the nation of Esau, or the so-called white man today oppressing blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. So the same history repeats itself, and understand, but just under different nations.
That's right. So crazy. Maju? Express?
Sha, ban onion, ban shala.
Sha, ban shala.
Yahweh Shem Shabakatam.
Yahweh Shem Shabakatam.
Yeah, that's it. Okay. The book of Exodus, chapter 1 and verse 21. Waya Kaya Yara Awa Amaya Ladata Ata Ha'a Laha Lahaya Waya Aisha Laham Batayam, verse 22. Waya Tazawa Para Aiha Lakal Aimawa La'amar Kal Haban Haya Lawada, Haya Ara, Tasha Laya Kahawa, Wakal, Abatha, Taka Yawan. The book of Exodus, chapter 2 and verse 1. Waya Laka Ayasha Mabayata Lawaya Waya Kwaka Ata Baat Lawaya. Verse 2. Wata Hara Haashaha Wata Lada Ban Wata Ra'a Atawa Kaya Tawab Hawa'a Atta Taza Panawa Shalasha Yara Kayam. Verse 3. Yala Yaka Lakia Wala'a Yakala Aiwada Hataza Paya Nawa Wata Waka Lawa Tabata Taba Gama Wata Kama Bakama Wabasapa Watasham Baha Ata Haya Lada Watasham Basawa Ail Shapat Haya Ara. Verse 4. Wata Tatazaba Akatawa Mara Kakwa Lada Aiha Maha, ya Aisha, Lawa. At the end of verse 4.
Verse 5.
So,
Yes.
okay. Wata Kwada. Bata Paraiha. Lara Kataza. Ail Haya Ara. Wana ai Rata Ya. Yala Kata. Ail Yad Haya Ara. Wata Ra'a. Ata Ataba. Bata Waka. Asa Wayapa. Wata Shalaka. Ata Amata. Wata Kwakaha. And then number 5.
Exodus chapter 1 and verse 21. And it came to pass, because the midwives feared the Most High, that he made them houses. Verse 22. And Pharaoh charged all his people, saying, every son that is born you shall cast into the river, and every daughter you shall save alive. Exodus chapter 2 and verse 1. And there went a man of the house of Levi, and took to wife a daughter of Levi. Verse 2. And the woman conceived and bare a son, and when she saw him that he was a goodly child, she hid him 3 months. Verse 3. And when she could not longer hid him, she took him an ark of bulrushes, and dabbed it with slimy and with pitch, and put the child therein, and she laid it in the flag by the river brinks. That should be banks. River banks. Verse 4.
It's like the brick. Yeah.
Brinks it.
Verse 4. And his sister stood afar off to wit what would be done to him. Verse 5. And the daughter of Pharaoh came down to wash herself at the river, and her maidens walk along by the riverside. And when she saw the ark among the flag, she sent her maids to fetch it.
Right, so once more we're seeing what Pharaoh tried to use our own people, like the same thing he used today, to use the Christian church, again, to promote abortions, to promote all manner of vices, to destroy our own people. So this is where Pharaoh tried to use the midwives, but the midwives feared the Most High, as the scriptures say, and they didn't do what Pharaoh said at that time. Just as much as today, there are some of our people who in different places that wouldn't, destroy their own. And this is what we do, especially in the I.S.U.P.K under command of General Yahanna, where we will not do anything to continue the destruction of our people. And they went so far in verse 22 in Exodus 1. They say, and Pharaoh charged all his people, saying, every son that is born ye shall cast into the river, and every daughter ye shall save alive. You know, they're so in their desperation just to cut down our numbers, because they know our numbers are so much. They rather destroy their own people as well, to cover up the fact that they want to destroy us. You know, so he's saying charging all his people. That would also include, you know, everybody else living, you know, in that realm. So, you know, they were really trying their best to find some way to destroy us as much as possible with that plan that they had to cut us off. So I don't think you're right.
Yeah, come on, answer. Just as the same theme was going for Joseph, right? When Joseph was alive, the same thing that was meant for evil ended up now going to turn for good, because while he was planning to make the nation of Israel to depopulate them or destroy all the men children, you understand? The Most High now, right? As it is about to come in, and I know we will continue in the next hour. We're going to read. The Most High was about to raise up another man.
That's right.
Another great prophet in the scripture, like Prophet Moses, right? Who contributed the first five books in the Bible, you understand? And he turned out now was being about to be introduced, understand, into the world to be that savior for Israel, to bring them out of this destruction that was about to face.
That's right. Just add one quick thing before I finish. You know, even to the point where, you know, even the same people who were trying to destroy us as a people, nourish, you know, the man that would want to save, that would save Israel, you know, coming down later on in the scripture. Right, so this brings us to the end of the Sabbath service. You say Majum. So, I.S.U.P.K.
to Israel.
Okay. That's all. I think I'm done.
Again, we don't pray in the Hebrew. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim.
Quadash.
Kaya. Shemka. Yahweh. Malakwatka. Taba'a. Ratazaka. Kaya. Aisha. Baratiza. Kawa. Kaya. Bashemayim. Natanawa. Nakam. Kal. Yawam. Wasalaknawa. Kawawatnawa. Kasalaknawa. Wala'a. Tabayanawa. Wansayawan. Abal. Awashina, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Amalakwa, Wahala, Wataparat, Iwalamia, Aman.
We just said in the English now. So, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, the kingdom come.
Never be done. In earth,
as it is in heaven. Give us this day.
Give us this day.
Our daily bread.
Forgive us our debts.
As we forgive our debtors.
us
into temptation,
deliver us
from evil.
evil.
For thine is the kingdom,
Thine is the kingdom,
and the power,
and the power,
and the glory,
and the glory, forever.
So be it.
So be it.
Come on.
You want to see the hakak or the power in the Hebrew? Yahweh, I.S.U.P.K, Yahushai, Babukisha, Nathanawa, Hakak, Arapa'a, Kalmakala, Madawo, Hakak, Lata'a, Atamazarian, Hakak, Nahakoya, Amatea, Hakak, Irakawat, Atamaela, Nagarashan, Bashan, Yahushai, Tuwadaman.
We say it now in English. It's Yahweh.
Yahweh.
The name of Yahushai. Please give us the power.
Please give us the power
to heal.
The power to heal.
All manner of sickness.
All manner of sickness.
All manner of disease.
All manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the leper.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean spirits.
The power against unclean
To
spirits.
cast them out.
To cast them out.
The name of Yahushai.
The name of Yahushai.
Thank you. So be it.
So be it. You want to say the blessed Israel in the Hebrew? Yahweh,
Ba'ashem,
Yahushai, Barak Lanawa, I.S.U.P.K, Abayat, Superior, Barak, Rapa, Magan, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Tuwadaman.
We say now in English. It's Lord, in the name of Yahushai,
bless us,
and Israel,
and
the school,
bless,
heal, shield, protect, and love
one,
in the name of Yahushai.
Thank you,
so be it.
So be it. We're going to see Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Ashar, Ayanya, Al-Haharayam, Mahayan, Yaba'a, Isaiah, Mayam, Yahweh, Aisha, Shamayam, Warataza, Aliatan, Lamawat, Rogalka, Al-Yanawam, Shamarka, Hana, La'a, Yanawam, Wala'a, Yayashan, Shawamar, Yashal, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tizalka, Aliyad, Yamyanka, Yawamam, Ashamash, La'a, Yakaka, Wayarak, Bayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makalrai, Yashamar, Atnaspuka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Tazaka, Wawaka, Mahaita, Waib, Aywalam.
We say now in English. I will lift up my eyes unto the hills. Whence cometh my help? My help cometh from the Lord. Which made the heaven and the earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day. Nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee. From all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out. And thy coming in. From this time forth. And even forevermore.
We're going to see Psalm 83 in the Hebrew. Al-Hayam, Al-Damayalaka, Al-Takarash, Al-Tashakwat, Al-Kayahana, Awabayaka, Yahamayawan, Ra'ash, Al-Aimaka, Yamwa, Sawada, Wa'aita Zawo, Al Tazapawanka, Amarwa, Lakawa, Wanakadiam, Magawia, Wala'a, Yazaka, Sham Yashala, Aiwada, Kaya, Wa'aita Zawo, Laba, Lakadwa, Ayaka, Maria, Yakaratwa, Ahalia, Adawam, Wasamai, Alayam, Mawahaba, Wahagarium, Gabal, Aimawan, Aimalak, Palasha, Shabiat.
I.S.U.P.K.
Kazawo.
Kazawo.
Gamashawo.
Gamashawo.
Nalawam.
Nalawam.
Imam.
Imam.
Ayawa.
Ayawa.
Nalawai.
Nalawai.
Nabanya Lawak.
Nabanya Lawak.
Salah.
Salah.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Laham.
Laham.
Kamadian.
Kamadian.
Kasaya.
Kasaya.
Saraa.
Saraa.
Hawaya.
Hawaya.
Yaman.
Yaman.
Naadama.
Naadama.
Sayatamwa.
Sayatamwa.
Nadai Yabawa.
Nadai Yabawa.
Kairam.
Kairam.
Wakal Zaaba.
Wakal Zaaba.
Wakal Zabak.
Wakal Zabak.
Wakatazal Manai.
Wakatazal Manai.
Kal Nasa Yakamwa.
Kal Nasa Yakamwa.
Asha.
Asha.
Amarwa.
Amarwa.
Nayarash.
Nayarash.
Nanawa.
Nanawa.
Naatwa.
Naatwa.
Alahayam.
Alahayam.
Alahaya.
Alahaya.
Sayatamwa.
Sayatamwa.
Kagalka.
Kagalka.
Kakwash.
Kakwash.
Napanya Rapa.
Napanya Rapa.
Kaash.
Kaash.
Tamaira ya Ira.
Tamaira ya Ira.
Wakalaba.
Wakalaba.
Talahat.
Talahat.
Arayam.
Arayam.
Kan.
Kan.
Taradakma.
Taradakma.
Masai Raka.
Masai Raka.
Wawasa.
Wawasa.
Mupaka.
Mupaka.
Tabahalam.
Tabahalam.
Maala.
Maala.
Panyaham.
Panyaham.
Palawan.
Palawan.
Waya Bakwashwa.
Waya Bakwashwa.
Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahawa.
Yahawa.
Yabashwa.
Yabashwa.
Waya Bahalwa.
Waya Bahalwa.
Ayaib.
Ayaib.
Waya Kaparwa.
Waya Kaparwa.
Waya Abarwa.
Waya Abarwa.
Waya Adaiwa.
Waya Adaiwa.
Kayata.
Kayata.
Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahawa.
Yahawa.
Nabadka.
Nabadka.
Aibalan.
Aibalan.
Kal. Haratazan.
We don't say it in English. But keep not thy silent, O God.
Keep not thy silent, O God.
And hold not thy peace.
And hold not thy peace.
And be not still.
And be not still.
O God. O God. For lo, thy enemies make it to mock.
Thy enemies make it to mock.
And they that hate thee.
And they that hate thee.
Have lifted up the head.
Have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel.
They have taken crafty counsel.
Against thy people.
Against thy people.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
Consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have said, Come, and let us cut them off.
Let us cut them off.
From being a nation.
From being a nation.
And the name of Israel.
And the name of Israel.
May be no more remembered.
May be no more remembered.
For they have consulted together.
For they have consulted together.
One consent.
One consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against
The
thee.
tabernacles of Edom.
Tabernacles of Edom.
And the Ishmaelites.
And the Ishmaelites.
Of Moab.
Moab.
And the Hagarene.
Hagarene.
The Baal.
Baal.
Ammon.
Ammon.
Amalek.
Amalek.
The Philistines.
Philistines.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
The inhabitants of Tyre.
Ashur. Not to join with them.
Not to join with them.
They are fought with the children of
They
Lot.
are fought with the children of Lot. Salah.
Do unto them.
Do unto them.
As unto the Midianites.
As unto the Midianites.
As to Sisera.
As to Sisera.
As to Jabin.
As to Jabin.
As the brook of Kison.
As the brook of Kison.
Which perished at Endor.
Which perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth.
Make their noble.
Make their noble.
Like Oreb.
Like Oreb.
And like Zeb.
And like Zeb.
Yea. All the princes as the Ba.
All the princes as the Ba.
And as the Luna.
And as the Luna.
Who said, let us cut them off.
Let us cut them off.
So let us take to ourselves.
Let us take to ourselves.
The houses of God.
The houses of God.
In possession.
In possession.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Make them like a weed.
Make them like a weed.
As the stubble before the wind.
As the stubble before the wind.
As the fire burneth the wood.
As the fire burneth.
As the flames set the mountains on fire.
As the flames set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them.
So persecute them.
With thy tempest.
With thy tempest.
And make them afraid.
Make them afraid.
With thy storm.
With thy storm.
Fill their faces.
Fill their faces.
With shame.
With shame.
That they may seek thy name.
And they may seek thy name.
O Lord.
O Lord.
Let them be confounded.
Let them be confounded.
And troubled forever.
And troubled forever.
Yea. Let them be put to shame.
Let them be put to shame.
And perish. That men may know.
That men may know.
That thou. Whose name alone is Yahweh.
Whose name alone is Yahweh.
As the Most High.
As the Most High.
Over all you.
All you.
Stop.
Men of Israel, let's give the brothers a 150 salute. I'm at Sabbath. Imagine. Rock. And then Muka. And Israel, let's give the sisters a line of 150 salute about the Sabbath. Imagine. Rock. Our Shema, the Son, and then Muka. Services